Are you an independent musician looking for some inspiration, or are you simply a fan of female independent musicians and you're looking for the next big thing to add to your music collection? Watch this video to find my current top 5 female independent music artists and reasons why they are so awesome. Let's go! Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, my name is Lynz Crichton from musicmarketingmethod.com. I am a proudly independent full-time musician, songwriter, producer, and now coach for other independent musicians, and I create no fluff, no filler how-to videos on YouTube to help independent musicians move their careers forward. However, today I've got something a little bit different for you and I'm really excited. I am going to show you my top 5 female independent music artists that I think are slaying it online right now with their content, with their music, with their branding. And you may never have heard of them, but I think you should. Now, if you are a musician, you are going to know about the struggle that is creating consistent content around your music, showing up online, being visible and communicating effectively with your audience. But back when I was a secondary school teacher in the UK, we used to start topics off by demoing what outstanding looks like so that future generations could get inspiration or at least know where they were heading and what they needed to aim for to improve. But even if you're not an independent artist yourself and you're a fan of new female artists, this video is going to be a real treat for you because I've got some epic new female artists lined up that are going to become your new faves. So without further ado, let's meet our first superwoman. First up, I want to show you Emma McGann. She is a British songwriter, independent trailblazer, and award-nominated artist who has earned recognition from fierce female forces in the industry, including Kylie Minogue, Nancy Sinatra, and most recently her music was even shared by Pink on social media. Emma is a shining example of how to rock the boat as a self-made artist in the age of independence. With her iconic blue and red hair and branding you can see throughout her content, Emma intertwines tech with her music and was one of the first pioneers of live streaming on the platform called YouNow. But her fusion of music and gaming has seen her now grow on platforms like Twitch. She has undeniable conviction, waving the flag for independent artists, breaking down the wall between the artist and her audience, and inspires other artists to do the same. I first fell in love with her by simply watching her on, I think it was Instagram, and watching her guitar skills because they are awesome. Check her out on Instagram and connect with her there, tell her Lynn sent you, and enjoy her contagious pop-dusted melodies. Next up, we have Saskia Griffiths-Moore, another UK singer-songwriter, more in the traditional folk genre, but boy has she managed to create a fan base who are so loyal and support her at every turn. She first really impressed me when she was on tour in the UK, but unfortunately had her bag and her laptop stolen and all the cash from her Scotland tour the week before. But instead of diving into the pit of despair, she headed straight to the studio to record a new album. This new album was called Lemonade, turning the proverbial lemons into delicious, tasty, homemade acoustic lemonade for everyone to enjoy. Not only was this a roaring success, but she allowed her audience to vote on the cover songs that were to be included on the album, thereby including her audience at every step of the way. Since that point, Saskia has gone from strength to strength, being endorsed by companies like JWC Guitars, even recording at Abbey Road Studios, and attracting stellar reviews from magazines. But it's always in the mishaps that she comes back stronger, with a real commitment to helping others with her music. She created a series of Safe Summer concerts in August 2020, a charity tour of care homes in the west of England when COVID-19 cancelled her first world tour. Are You Listening was successfully toured in a COVID-safe manner to vulnerable people, bringing them music, joy, and connection. She is also known worldwide by championing acoustic music, most recently with her lockdown initiative called Talent is Timeless, the UK's first age-positive songwriting competition exclusively for the over 50s. And she's now back crowdfunding her next project, which has already reached its target with 10 more days to go at the time of filming this video. And you can connect with Saskia on her website. All the links to these super ladies are in the description below. Next up, we have US singer-songwriter Claire Means. I started following Claire after we kind of connected in a musicians group online, and I noticed that she did a lot of busking on Santa Monica Pier. She would stream these busking sessions on an app called Periscope, where she built an audience of over 100,000. And I was captivated by her voice, her strong songwriting style, but also her ability to talk to her audience and chat with them and get to know them in such a relaxed style and gain more and more followers the longer she went on. During COVID-19, Santa Monica Pier obviously closed, and shortly afterwards, Periscope also closed. But rather than give up, she started showing up every day on Twitch, where not only her most loyal fans followed her, but she also quickly found more fans, was featured on the front page of Twitch and got over 500,000 viewers, and now has had a successful Kickstarter under her belt, which has raised over $20,000. So that's another story of a female independent musician not giving up, overcoming adversity, and showing up consistently to serve her audience, even in the darkest of times, and make connections with real fans over a period of years. Not days, not weeks, not months, but years. The next epic female musician I want to introduce you to is a Nigerian-American electronic star called Lachi. As a visually impaired musician, Lachi campaigns for the inclusion of disabled artists, as well as consulting on disability inclusion, including at the White House. This year, she's launched Ramped, recording artists and music professionals with disabilities. Making it as a musician can be a tough gig as it is, but if you have a disability, things can get even more complicated. Inaccessible venues, negative attitudes, and lack of representation in the industry are common challenges that people have to contend with. Lachi advocates to amplify disability culture and promote inclusion, visibility, and accessibility in the music industry. And she first caught my eye over on her Instagram page, where she's often found walking around New York City with her cane unapologetically, and even once had her cane glammed up in white and gold rhinestone to match her outfit on the runway. But importantly, this success was also born out of sadness, when in 2014 she had a mental health breakdown where she was feeling left out, passed over, and afraid to self-advocate. This left her questioning who she actually wanted to be, a strong, funny, intelligent woman wearing elegant jewelry and gowns, flying around the globe, hired by fancy people to speak or perform at fancy dinners. A confident woman who somehow said all the right things, but was totally comfortable making mistakes. A woman unapologetic about being black, about being blind, who could turn to someone like herself, like me, like you, and say, "Hey girl, lift your head up, let's get going." Let me know in the comments if I have found your new fave female musician yet, or if you found something in their content that you're going to use or has inspired you moving forward. To help spread the word about this video, I would love for you to share it with your tribe, click the subscribe button and click the bell to get notified when I create more videos like this, and tell everybody what your biggest takeaway has been. Now back to the artists. The final fierce female musician that I want to introduce you to is another British singer-songwriter called Emily Faye. I have watched this girl work so hard over the past few years, and quite frankly, she deserves more recognition than she gets. She has been hard at work over the past couple of years, doing a series on her Instagram page and inside her Patreon called 5-Minute Songs, where her audience give her sometimes crazy topics to use as a springboard to write with, sometimes a sentence, sometimes a one-liner, and she gives herself 5 minutes to come up with at least a verse and a chorus to wow her fans, notably at her amazing songwriting talent, but also to enable her audience to have a hand in the songwriting process with over a year's worth of brand new songs. The 10,000 hour rule by Malcolm Gladwell, if you've never heard of it, is the theory that it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert at something. And it seems to be most frequently applied to the fields of music or sport. So here, Emily Faye is really racking up the hours on her journey to becoming a prolific songwriter and taking her audience along with her for the ride. You can also connect with Emily Faye on her website, and the link is also in the description below. If you are an independent musician and you've enjoyed this video, be sure to join my Music Marketing Method community, where I help independent musicians just like you to build an audience of engaged fans, to nurture them, and ultimately monetize your music. So head over to musicmarketingmethod.com or click the link in the description to grab your free guides, watch my masterclass, or even book a one-on-one free 30-minute breakthrough session with me to talk about your music, your goals, or even to turn your hobby into an actual business. But if you know of more female independent musicians who are killing it right now and deserve more eyeballs on their music or even their content strategy, then I definitely want to hear from you. So share their name below in the comments, give them a shout out, and let me and anybody else watching this video be inspired and find their new fave female musician. See you on the next video. Bye!